I have never seen anything like this before.
That makes me really sad, right? She hates Donald Trump more than she loves her cousin. How do
you feel about her heeding the warning, though? That it is his character. He is a predator. He is an...
Hello, everybody. Guys, let's get right into this panel. And you just have to see how these MAGA pundits, just so gross, will defend anything. It just really shows you the character of who they are. This story that they discuss here is just disturbing.
A former U.S. ambassador to Australia, Caroline Kennedy, released a video torching her cousin. Listen.
He lacks any relevant government, financial, management, or medical experience. His views on vaccines are dangerous and willfully misinformed. These facts alone should be disqualifying. But he has personal qualities related to this job, which for me pose even greater concern. I've known Bobby my whole life. We grew up together. It's no surprise that he keeps birds of prey as pets, because Bobby himself is a predator.
I have never seen anything like this before. A nominee who has not just one family member, but his entire family rising up against him, basically in unison because they think he is dangerous, what he has said about vaccines. They have concerns about his actual character, not just about his views on these subjects. It's incredible.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, I don't know if a video from Caroline Kennedy is going to persuade Republican senators. That's the unfortunate, and it might, but I don't know if it will. Perhaps what this video will do, I'm glad she did it, because I think it is a signal that when you see something that is not aligned with the values that you think the country should go in, you should speak up. That's why we have the First Amendment. But it could give Republican senators who already had questions, and I do believe there are some who already have questions, some threads to work on in their questioning when they go. He has to go before two committees when he goes up for questioning. Will this video be the thing that convinces people? Probably not, but could it be informative for their series of questions? Perhaps.
I'd love to echo Ashley's sentiment on how grateful I am that Caroline decided to do this, particularly after a year of being quiet about her cousin. It is not lost on me, and I'm surprised that this specific word that she chose has not gotten more coverage. The term predator and her long breath and dead stare at the camera feels very telling to me. I associate that word with the spectrum of things that are very scary to me outside of his disqualifications for why he shouldn't run HHS. But I think it is something that should be considered.
Can I just play?
Guys, you let me know, what do you think when with the woman there, I forgot her name, the RFK's cousin, just said he's a predator. What do you think they mean? Because I have a thought. Let's just go through the names for a second. Matt Gaetz, the child human trafficker abuser. Pete Hegseth, the woman abuser alcoholic, had to settle with one of them. Elon Musk, the racist bigot, also alleged sexual abuser. And at the helm of all of them, I'm sure I'm missing more names. At the helm of all of them, Jeffrey Epstein buddy, Donald Trump, 34-count felon, multiple sexual abuse claims, civilly held liable for sexual abuse. I wonder what RFK is. A predator. And this animal abuser crap, like, I've had animals my entire life, guys. I have a dog, so that especially bothers me. Like, these people are gross. This is the character of the Republican Party. Point to me where I'm wrong. It's sexual abusers, misogynists, sexist, and racist. This is what makes up the Republican Party. And I'm sorry, if you support them and you don't believe you fall in any of those categories, understand that you support you're supporting those categories by voting for them. You may not believe that for yourself.
I'm going to play this one other part that speaks to the character that she talks about his pattern of violence toward animals. We've heard about the, Central Park incident, but here's another example that she gives.
I watch his younger brothers and cousins follow him down the path of drug addiction. His basement, his garage, his dorm room were always the center of the action, where drugs were available, and he enjoyed showing off how he put baby chickens and mice in a blender to feed to his hawks. It was often a perverse scene of despair and violence.
Scott, your former boss, Mitch McConnell, is said to be one of the people who have a lot of questions about RFK Jr. He's a polio survivor.
Yeah.
There are a couple of others. What do you think this is going to portend?
I think, I'm not sure if he's going to get confirmed or not, to be honest. Look, I think anytime the president nominates someone, they deserve a fair hearing. And I do think he's touching on some issues that a lot of people care about in both parties, namely the health of Americans right now and how we've gotten so unhealthy. You have to remember, too, it's a Republican-controlled Senate, and he's a Democrat. And he, over the years, has not been pro-life, doesn't support the Second Amendment. I mean, there's a number of issues that a senator could reasonably say, I'm not sure if he shares my values.
Even on the food stuff, reportedly, his opposition to high fructose corn syrup is something that's getting him in the bad graces of some of the Republicans in the Midwest.
But I also think that when you get nominated,
I think it's so amazing. All of a sudden, he was clamoring, all happy about RFK, and what a great pick this was. Now this story comes about him being a predator, and he tries to attach it with Democrats. When we don't want that dude on our side, Kamala Harris wouldn't even meet with him. He was trying to meet with Kamala to get a position with her, and she didn't even want to meet with the psychopath. And then he jumped onto the Trump train. Like, this guy he has no principles.
by the president, you deserve a fair hearing, you deserve to go under oath, and you deserve the chance to answer questions. I think this video and other testimony that gets entered into the record will be taken into consideration. But I'm just, I guess, most interested in when he puts his hand up and takes the oath, what kind of questions does he answer? And I'm also interested to see whether Democrats can control themselves. They hurt themselves. If they had any chance of ever beating Hegseth, they tanked their own effort in their behavior. I want to see how they act in this one because they may do the same thing again.
I have a different emotion. That makes me really sad, right? She hates Donald Trump more than she loves her cousin. He was running for the highest office in the land, for president of the United States. She said none of those things.
Oh, well,
she was silent.
Just to clarify, one of the reasons that she didn't speak up was that she was a sitting ambassador at the time. So she didn't weigh in just in general. So
there are ways for this information to
a lot
make
of
their way.
other family members did weigh in. She did not because she was in a public service position.
This comes to the forefront only when he steps up to say, I support Donald Trump. I want to serve as in his administration. And it's taking a step back. It's sad. It's sad when partisan politics affect families.
How do you feel about her heeding the warning, though? That this is it is his character. He is a predator. He is an uncomfortable person to be around. How do you make excuses for that, irrespective of the timing of this video?
How I feel doesn't matter. What matters are the people in the hearing, in the committee hearing.
I mean, you're also saying
how you don't feel doesn't matter, but he started his whole soliloquy there by saying, you know what, this makes me sad that someone hates Donald Trump so much. These people have no character. This is the party of men should act like men and women should be women. Is this what a man is? You won't say anything to criticize your dear leader because of fear? This is what a man is in the conservative party? You guys are weak. You guys are such little wusses. You're cowards. Why Donald Trump is going to put you over his lap and spank you? Like I got tricked, guys. He said it makes me sad, and I really thought he was going to side with her saying that RFK is a predator. Like, unbelievable. They'll defend anything that their dear leaders do. This is an alpha man, though, right? Conservatives or MAGA out there, this is an alpha? I dare you tell me any of these fools are alphas. You dumbasses.
Saying that she hates
Yeah.
Trump more than she loves her cousin.
Yeah.
She could also just actually believe that he's unfit. One of her other family members released some messages that he sent to her, making false claims about vaccines, linking vaccines to autism, false claims about the COVID shots. So there are concerns that are very substantive and actually have nothing to do with
Ambassadors host parties.
I know,
Like,
but I'm
let's be
saying
honest. Like, there's
nothing that she said had anything to do with Donald
would
Trump.
not-
It has all to do
I would
with
just say,
Robert F. Kennedy Jr.
as a political man, I would not underestimate the constituency for what he's out talking about regarding health. I would not underestimate his popularity. I've been surprised at the polling on him. He's probably the president's most popular nominee for any of these cabinets. He's certainly the most well-known. There's going to be a lot of pressure put on senators to confirm him because of those constituencies and because of that popularity. But again, in this case, I do believe the hearings are going to be determinative. I'm not sure what's going to happen to him, but I think the hearings will be determinative.
All right, everyone, hold on.
And guys, the reason he's so popular is because this dumbass last name, Kennedy. These conspiracy theorists on the right have so many conspiracies on the Kennedys. Like, this is why he's so popular on that side. And because he spews conspiracies like COVID vaccine didn't help or Migos vaccine. He said no vaccines are good. I mean, guys, this is unbelievable. But what really bothered me about this is he just refused to critique Trump, or more importantly Trump, but anyone around him too, anyone close to him, because they're gonna get a little spanky. This is the party of family values. I'm sorry, if this is what it means to be a man, a conservative man, I don't want to be this shit. You guys are weak. Where I'm from, you guys will be ran off the block. I'm gonna leave it there, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll catch you in the next one.